How's it going, guys? Hit the like button, subscribe, and leave your predictions for the following possible event. Will Leo Messi return to Barcelona in the summer of 2023? And while you're writing your guesses, we proceed to start. Let's get the show on the pitch. Eden Hazard has appeared in Real Madrid's starting lineup for the first time after being absent for 231 days. He has appeared in the match against Mallorca. Mathis Tel? He's 17, but he has qualities that not many in the world have. In my opinion, Tel is the best talent in Europe at this position, said Bayern sporting director Hassan Salihamidzic. Former coach of Sassuolo and Shakhtar Donetsk, Roberto De Zerbi is the favorite for the Brighton and Hove Albion head coach in Jap. The club is also considering Kjetil Knutsen from Bodø Glimt. Eddie Howe is choosing a new goalkeeper between two free agents, Loris Karius and Ben Foster. Chelsea will still try to pull off the transfer of Dynamo Moscow talent Arsene Zaharian in the winter. Liverpool could attempt to bring PSV centre-back Ibrahim Sangare in the winter. Chelsea are interested in hiring Luis Campos as sporting director. The Portuguese currently occupies the same position at PSG. In the game against Elche, Athletic Bilbao scored 4 goals in one half for the first time since 1996. Bologna forward Marko Arnautovic has scored 6 goals in 6 Serie A starting fixtures. He became the league's top scorer. Federico Valverde has been involved in 5 goals throughout his last 8 appearances on the pitch, 2 goals plus 3 assists. He had the same stats in 76 previous games. Asensio angry about not playing against Mallorca? I will keep it in mind, noted Real Madrid head coach Carlo Ancelotti. Union Berlin are sensationally leading the Bundesliga table after 6 tournament match weeks. The Iron Ones scored 14 points. Antonio Rüdiger is the second German who scored at least 1 goal in 4 of the 5 top European leagues. The first person to do the same thing was Shkodran Mustafi. The Champions League clash of Rangers against Napoli has been postponed due to severe limitations on police resources following the death of Queen Elizabeth II. Instead of September 14th, the teams will play on the 15th. Manchester United defender Diogo Dalot turned down an offer from AC Milan in the summer. The Portuguese wants to establish himself at Old Trafford. The whole squad is going to be very important. I think this is a good year to have 5 substitutions. It will help the pressure on a lot of players, and also I think it will give the manager a few more options. Thanks, Manchester United midfielder Christian Eriksen. Vinicius Jr. scores at least 1 goal in 5 consecutive Real Madrid matches. Sergio Busquets will not renew his contract with Barca, which expires in the summer of 2023. He will pursue his career in MLS. Chelsea won't sack Graham Potter even if the pensioners don't finish in the top 4 this season. They see him as a long-term manager. The new version of Football Manager will be available on Apple Arcade and PlayStation 5. It will also be playable on PC and Mac, Xbox, Nintendo Switch, and mobile devices, Android and iOS. Juventus have won only 1 of their last 6 matches in all competitions, at home against Lazio, 2-0. For the first time in 13 years, Real Madrid have kicked off their La Liga campaign with 5 consecutive victories. Los Blancos are the only team in European top leagues with no points lost. Brighton may try to land Celtic manager Ange Postecoglou, though it will be extremely difficult to reach an agreement with the Scottish champions. We didn't start well. I think we lost 4 points. We should have won against Gladbach and Stuttgart, claimed Bayern sporting director Hassan Salihamidzic. Dutch referee Danny McKelly will serve the Champions League tie between Barcelona and Bayern Munich. I hope that Brighton fans will understand that at this stage of my career, I felt I had to grasp a new opportunity, wrote Chelsea's new head coach Graham Potter. In the winter, Arsenal are gonna make a bid to Barcelona regarding Ferran Torres. Marcus Rashford could bolster Chelsea in the winter. The club's new owners see great potential in the Englishman. Philip Lam and Sami Khedira were appointed to the board of Stuttgart. They became advisors to the president of the club. Los Angeles striker Carlos Vela refused to return to the Mexican national team for a trip to the 2022 World Cup. Centre-back Gleison Bremer scored his first goal for Juventus. He slotted an accurate shot against Salernitana. Umar Sadiq, the new forward of Real Sociedad, is suspected of tearing the cruciate ligament of his knee. Former Chelsea midfielder Billy Gilmour was persuaded to move from Chelsea to Brighton at the deadline due to Potter's style of play. Juventus winger Federico Chiesa will not return to action this year due to a cruciate ligament injury he suffered back in January. Sacramento Kings co-owner Vivek Ranadive is determined to buy Inter Milan from Suning. Finally, it's time to move on to the results of yesterday's fixtures. Without Karim Benzema in the roster, Real Madrid had a very poor first half against Mallorca. The Merengues were the first to concede and only got one back right before the break thanks to Fede Valverde's individual effort. However, already in the second half, Ancelotti's boys turned on the maximum speed, and the goals of Vinicius, Rodrigo, and Rudiger brought another victory to Los Blancos. Marco Asensio really wanted to enter the pitch, but Ancelotti didn't sub him on, causing the crazy midfielder to throw away his bib and kick a nearby cool box. In Serie A, the two favorites immediately drew against the underdogs. For example, Atalanta took the lead against Cremonese thanks to Merrick Demiral's accurate shot, but then allowed the league newcomers to equalize and held the score to the final whistle. Juventus, in turn, were losing against Salernitana at home 0-2 on the scoreboard, with strikes from Candreva and Piatek. Though, after the break, the old lady managed to snatch a draw. Bremer slotted the first one, while Leonardo Bonucci missed a penalty in the third added minute, but still was the first to finish it up. The real drama unfolded in the fifth stoppage time when Arkadiusz Milik had supposedly sealed the winner for Juve, but eventually the goal was disallowed for passive offside for Bonucci. The Polish forward also received a red card for taking off his shirt during the celebration. And now to the main news. And it is one I hoped I would not need to do for many years. I'm devastated that my time at Chelsea has come to an end. This is a club where I felt at home, both professionally and personally. Thank you so much to all the staff, the players, and the supporters for making me feel very welcome from the start. The pride and joy I felt at helping the team to win the Champions League and the Club World Cup will stay with me forever. Thomas Tuchel wrote on his Twitter account. Due to problems with the salary cap, Barcelona are plotting to say goodbye to a number of footballers in the winter time. Gerard Piqué, Memphis Depay, Jordi Alba and Frenkie de Jong could all pack their bags from the club to meet La Liga requirements. However, de Jong has no desire to change his place of work in the near future. Bernardo Silva remains an important transfer target for Barcelona. The club failed to recruit the Portuguese in the summer due to financial issues, but the Catalans wish to return to his candidacy later on in the winter. Nevertheless, it is possible only under the condition of him taking a salary cut. In case the Blaugrana fail to get him in winter as well, Barcelona will return to him next summer. Atletico president Enrique Cerezo denies Barcelona filing a lawsuit over the situation with Antoine Griezmann. No, nothing has come to us. We don't know if we've been sued or not. I can only say that Griezmann plays for Atletico de Madrid. He's magnificent, one of the great players that there is in Europe. We are to remind you that Diego Simeone released Griezmann only after the 60th minute for 6 times in a row in order not to pay Barcelona 40 million euros at the end of the season. Man United's players feel like Cristiano Ronaldo will again try to force an exit from the club in the January transfer window, the Sun claims. The Portuguese forward tries his hardest to leave Old Trafford in the summer, but failed to get his desired move. But now, with Marcus Rashford seemingly higher in the pecking order than him, some players fear he'll look to leave again. Erik ten Hag and the players really cherish Ronaldo and admire his involvement, but there is a belief that the club is not dependent on him anymore. A source close to United told The Sun, Ronaldo is not up to speed with that and is relying on instinct when he plays. But that doesn't work in Ten Hag's system. Paris Saint-Germain are confident that Messi will quit them in the summer of 2023, writes Fichajes. Allegedly, Nasser Al-Khelaifi and his team already know about Lionel'S decision, who has an offer from Barcelona, which Leo cannot refuse. Messi wants to say goodbye to the club after spending 1 or 2 seasons at Camp Nou. Therefore, now PSG is considering options on the market. Antoine Griezmann is the favorite to sign. Paris management understands that Barca will easily let the Frenchman go if the Red and Blues make more or less decent bid for him. Folks, check out the new video from Inside Football and find out why Mbappe will never win the Ballon d'Or. An interesting take on Kylian's situation indeed. Have a great time watching. It was Football News. Have a nice one, and see you in a bit.